And once again, a huge shout out to all of our financial supporters over at patreon.com/878survivor.fm, all of our production managers, Shane Murphy, Tank Dazza, Hawks Hammer, our producers, Red Freedom. Thank you all so much for your generous support over all of this time. Next, a huge thanks to all of our YouTube members, all of our emote bandits, our 87.8 survivors, King Alobar, Raymond Normoyle, Marson P2, Melbourne's Adventures, Pettywetty, The Greedy Peasant, Sauerkraut, and The Receding Man. And our two podcast bosses, Kenny Baker and Foxy Pote. All of you are legends who help the shows go on each and every week. Thank you all for your support, even just by watching or listening, and we hope you enjoy this week's show.
Greetings. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to episode 132 of the DayZ podcast. I am Lad, DayZ modder and main host of the DayZ podcast for everybody new here. Cobra, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello people. I am Cobra, content creator by day and general pain in the ass by night. So that's me, Lemons.
Hey, yeah, I'm Project Lemons. I'm the kind of self-announced DayZ console guru and the owner of this Glory server. How about you, Geek?
I am GeekFPS. I'm a content creator, YouTuber, streamer, PvPer, everything like that. FPS gamer. That's me.
The PvP legend. I'm really happy to have you, and I'm really happy to see everybody in chat. Much love to you all. So, Geek, got yourself a little bit of a bio want to go through, and I just want to say this to everybody in chat. Hey, what's up guys? I'm 21 years old and from Germany. I play a lot of FPS games, but my main game is DayZ with over 5,500 hours in it. I've been actively playing DayZ since June of 2016. Hell yeah, boy. With the main focus on PvP. So if you're looking for good PvP videos, look no further. Thus, the PvP legend. Really happy to have you on, mate. How was your new year?
It was pretty great. Had a chill time, or like, it wasn't so chill. There was a lot of family over. It was pretty loud, but it was overall very fun New Year.
That's fantastic. That's really great. Did you go out for New Year's Eve? You go see the fireworks?
We did our own fireworks. Here in Germany, you're still allowed to pop them.
Very nice. Very good shit. I'm really happy to hear that, man. Very happy to hear that. And are you all sorted out for the new year? Any New Year's resolutions?
I haven't really thought about any. I never do.
Well, I can
Just
tell you now.
Keep going, keep living.
Well, yeah, exactly. I can tell you now, though. I've already broken mine.
Lad has broken
Nice.
Completely broken his.
Look, I broke mine yesterday by an accident because the boss offered me fish and chips, and mate, I'm not going to say no. And I mean, today's my fault. I was just hungry. But anyway, it's nice to have you on, Geek. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time now, and it's great to have you on as our first guest for the new year, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a good year. Good stuff going to be going on. It's going to be nice. So, without further ado, what got you into DayZ? I'm really interested in this, considering June 2016, I was pretty much alpha, around about the point of 0.59, 0.60, I believe.
Exactly. That's when I finally gotten a PC that's good enough to play DayZ.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, I was playing PlayStation 3. I was young, 11, 12 years old at max. And I was playing on the PlayStation. Yeah, I was playing on the PlayStation 3, you know, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And a good friend of mine showed me DayZ actually on YouTube. So early, even before 0.59, 0.60, I was introduced to DayZ, but I could never had the chance to play it because I didn't really have a gaming PC. I had an office PC from my dad.
Right.
And when the PlayStation 4 came out, they wanted to charge you for online service. And I wasn't willing to pay monthly what you get for free on PC.
Well, that's it.
So
Yeah.
so I built a gaming PC, and first thing I did was buy DayZ. After my friend introduced me to YouTube videos, I think the first YouTuber I saw in the past was Miner with Brothers of
Oh.
DayZ. And it looked really, really promising. I was like, hey, I want to do that. And yeah, as soon as I had a gaming PC, I snapped it on there and died immediately.
You never forget your first DayZ death, to be honest. You never do.
I don't. I got hit by a zombie. I had no more racks. I bandaged previously. Then I got hit by a zombie again. I was bleeding again. And as a little noob, I didn't know that you can simply craft racks by yourself. So I was searching every house in Berezino, and I couldn't find any rack to bandage myself. So I eventually bled out.
Oh,
Brilliant.
that is
Love it.
that is brutal. That is brutal. I got shot in the head by 2 Russians.
Full alpha
That's-
experience.
Oh, mate, it was beautiful. Welcome to DayZ, my friend. That was their exact words, and then they shot me. I was hiding in a shed.
Mate, I got hit by a bloody car.
That's a good first step.
I arrived, right, day one, straight into it, right on the beach, ran to the road, killed instantly, car. That's my first death. Brilliant. Never recovered.
It's been downhill since then.
Oh yeah, the death's gotten worse.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So you focus quite a lot on the PvP aspect of the game, which is fantastic. You've made quite a number of videos about it. Did the PvP kind of come to you naturally? Like, how were you good at PvP at the start, or were you just like dreadful like everyone else?
Oh, I was horrible. Like I said, I switched from PlayStation to PC. Mouse and keyboard took a really long time to get used to. DayZ was, I think, actually the only game I played on mouse and keyboard, because I kept playing Call of Duty on PC back then, but I connected my controller to the PC because I just could not get used to the mouse and keyboard. But the PvP aspect of DayZ always sticked with me. Even since the early beginning, I loved the gunfights. I loved the feel when you were getting shot. Especially in the alpha, you had these insanely loud snaps when you got shot
Yes.
at. They made me jump out of my chair, and I loved every minute of PvPing. So from the very beginning, it was clear that PvP is main focus for me here. Since
Yes.
coming from COD and other FPS shooter games, I did the same here.
Yeah. No, that's completely understandable. I kind of miss the old bullet snaps.
They were scary. They were scary.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrible. I legit stayed away from Northwest Airfield because I knew 100% of the time I'd get shot at and I would shit myself every single time. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was terrible at PvP. I mean, I'm still terrible at PvP, but I was even worse back then.
I was going to
Me
say,
too.
you still stay away from Northwest Airfield, lad.
Yeah, but for different reasons, actually.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
What can I say? So, obviously, you know, you've done a lot of PvP over the course of your DayZ career. Which PvP system is better, alpha or current?
Good question. The alpha had made a completely different PvP dynamic. You would not see somebody rush over an open field in the alpha because you'd get clapped basically. With the way the sway was and the gun handling, it was impossible to react fire on long distance. Right now, you just run. If you get shot, you aim your gun, you kill him. It's that simple. But with the problems that happened in the gun system in the alpha, with the desync and everything like that, and sometimes the sliding forward of your character, if I remember correctly, they made the PvP horrible. So I say, if you combine the problems, if you remove the problems from the alpha and maybe do some tweaking with the new gunplay and the old gunplay, you get a perfect mix. I don't really prefer any of them at the current state.
Do you think they'll kind of like focus on that in the new year? Because we had the inertia system brought in. It's been kind of polarizing. Love to hear your thoughts on that. But do you think they'll do something similar for the gunplay?
I believe so. I believe the PvP will be a lot more slow paced in the future. Right now, I can still, for example, drop shot you that won't be possible in the future anyway, and they will slowly change the system to something faster. I don't know if they will change the ADS system. They might introduce a bit of an ADS delay, so you can't instantly go to your scope.
Yeah.
But I think the speed at which the PvP is happening right now will definitely decrease in the future.
I hope so. I hope so
I
as
think
well.
so.
Because right now it is very
It's very competitive right now, yes, and not
Very.
really hard. To be
No,
fair.
it's
You aim
not.
your gun, you aim your gun, and that's it. You're in the scope, you're ready to shoot.
I still remember back in the alpha, if you aim your gun and hold SD, your
Exactly,
aim would
S&D glitching.
stabilize. Yes, I love that. I love that one. Never managed to
It was-
use it.
It was banned on the server I was playing, so I couldn't use that.
Oh wow. I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's completely understandable. But
But they allowed W and A, which wasn't as tough as S and D. I think it was W and A. Yes, it was W and A.
I think it was.
The smiley crosshair was not going very nuts over your screen while walking. It was doing a pretty stable movement, so it was easier to hip fire.
I think I remember that one. I remember more so the S&D one. I tried to use that. I was still terrible, but still always terrible. But I'm really interested to see what they do with a potential new system, and I hope PvP does slow down. Do you think that'll come with the new Northwest Airfield revamp?
I don't think so. I think that will slowly nerf the speedy gunplay. I think if they abruptly nerf it from one patch to the other, it's gonna cause a lot of hate and a lot of trouble. People aren't used to it, but if they slowly introduce you to it, change
that'll be
one
better.
thing, that would be better. And I hope they don't overdo it, overly nerf it. Because at one point I still want to be, if I'm on an open field, I still want to at least be able to do something.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they need to find a good balance. I personally feel like they've done a good one with the inertia, like the current inertia. But we'll just have to see. We really will have to see, and hopefully, it won't mess up the PvP dynamic too much. But
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see. With 2023 though coming along, I've got my own personal interests in what could be coming in. What are you hoping to see?
Personally, I hope to see more civilian guns in the game and less of these grenade launchers and I don't know what else hardcore military Humvees they're going to introduce, but more civilian guns. Because right now when I loot, I get a Mosin or a Winchester or a Blaze. And that's basically the top guns besides the FAL that you get from Helicrushes and the SVD that you see rarely. But if we get more civilian weapons, and I started doing that already with the new Savannah or the
Yes.
SSG, but maybe a good Mosin alternative as well, because vanilla is boring. I'm going to say it. If I play too much vanilla, I'm going to get bored of all the weapons. Because you use them 1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
And if we get not overpowered guns, but fun guns also to use, be amazing.
It will be. I think. Actually, I'll ask this question for Cobra and Lemons because I'm really interested in their thoughts. If they do add a civilian weapon, what do you think it should go with?
Go on, Lemons. You go for it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Come on, I know you got.
Does it have to be necessarily a firearm, or can it just a general civilian weapon?
If you say balls.
No. I was gonna say the taser, like the stun gun.
Oh.
I was going cow prodder.
What is
Either
it with you two and
the
shocking
stun gun or the
people?
dart gun, like the dart pistol.
What about you? What about you, Geek? If you had a choice to add a civilian weapon, what would your number one pick be?
I can't pinpoint you what exact gun I want, actually. I'm not into the whole gun theme, but maybe a good AR that is easily accessible. Because right now I feel like that on vanilla, accessing all these new guns that came out, the FAMAS, the M16, even the Bison. I rarely see a Bison. Getting your
Yeah.
hands on them is hard. You got new weapons and you can rarely use them, or a UMP, when do you find a UMP? You sometimes find them, but you find more M4s, you find a lot of AKs and Mosins, but you never find these new guns they introduce. So if they maybe bring a gun that you also find, not too much, but you get your chance to use it, that'd be great.
Well, that's it, exactly. I mean, to be fair, there's 3 guns I've barely seen since, especially in the wild. There's the Bison, there is the UMP, and then there is the FAL. I rarely see the FAL. In fact, I don't think I've seen anybody use it, which is a shame. But, we'll see. Maybe that'll change in the new year with new things to come. But yeah, the weapons, they're definitely going to be quite interesting, because we know we're going to get them. Are you excited for bows? Was bows your kind of thing back in the day?
What?
Bows, like bows and arrows.
Oh,
crossbows.
bows.
Yeah.
See, I've been saying that. I've been kind of trash talking the days for it, the devs for it, for not introducing bows to a survival game. They were really fun to use in the alpha. Almost impossible to use, because when you aimed your bow, you couldn't move, you couldn't do anything. And your crosshair went all over the place. So you were an easy target. But when they worked, the bows, or the crossbow worked pretty fine, actually. But when the bows itself worked, it was such a rewarding kill. Seeing that person, like in the alpha, they didn't drop. They did like a small... They just fell on the ground, basically, like a sack of potatoes. And seeing that when shooting the bow was always such a rewarding feeling.
Wasn't it Minder who made the video of him sitting in like some trash bags outside the school at Severograd with a bow, just sitting there waiting for people to go past and kill them? I think it was Minder. Or it was somebody else. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I'll have to try and find that video at some point. Hilarious video. DOJ sent me that. But bows will be an interesting thing. And Cobra, I don't want balls. Thanks.
I didn't say it to start with. I will blame my buddy, Mr. Speeder.
Naughty boy.
But to be fair, it did sound like that.
Shut up. Thank you, everybody, so much for everything in chat. Much appreciated. So, obviously, you're a content creator. You've been doing a lot of DayZ stuff. Many years. It's kind of your main focus. How has that been from start to getting to this point? What has it been like your trials, tribulations? I want to learn all about it, because I'm shit at it.
It's been as a content creator over the years, it's been not easy. I think I've been doing this since 2019. My first video came out, and over those years, had its ups and downs. I pretty much frequently uploaded. Also had times where I just didn't touch the game and just uploaded footage that I still had on my PC.
Yeah.
And at one point the game also went into directions where I was like, I don't want that, I don't like that. And then I stopped playing again. I think I took a 6-month break, and somehow still to manage at least to upload a video a month.
You just had that much content there ready to go.
Yes, basically. Well, PvP content, basically. You just jump on, you get into a PvP situation. Doesn't need to be a necessarily good one. As long as it's intense, you can turn it into a video. And in the past, my views, when I started, I think I did YouTube for over a year and didn't even reach 100 subs yet, and I was still pushing through. To be fair, my old videos were not great at all. But there's been times where I was like, should I stop? Should I not stop? And I just decided to keep pushing. At one point, you will reach those 100 subs.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of built up over then, though. I mean, you've been doing absolutely fantastically. Thus the PvP legend in the thumbnail, which you're
making me blush.
Oh, yeah. What can I say? But what's kind of like, what kind of, how do I best describe it? What pushed you to start making your own content? You've been playing since 2016, 29 rolls up, and what kind of like made you go, you know what, I'm going to make some videos?
I mean, when I started 2016, God, how old was I in 2016? I couldn't be older than 15, 14.
Mm,
So I had a really squeaky voice when I first started.
right.
That kind of stopped me from uploading on YouTube, or
Yeah.
more like I've tried to in the past upload on YouTube and it didn't work at all, but not DayZ related. I think I have some unlisted Rainbow Six videos from the past and CS:GO videos from the very early days. None of them did good, so I stopped doing the YouTube stuff and gotten into the DayZ scene with all these content creators back then, Minder, Toprak, Jaycon back then. I was a huge fan, or I am still a huge fan of Jaycon, and he's also the one that ended up inspiring me to do my own videos because I was always in his streams, I was always watching his videos, and at one point I was like, I'm gonna try with DayZ videos as well. I'm not bad at PvP. I wanna become like Jaycon. So that's how it started, basically.
Nice, good stuff. And you've definitely done well for yourself, that's for sure.
Thank
I've
you.
checked out your channel, and you really have done some fantastic videos. I love the the effort that goes into your videos. The thumbnails are absolutely lovely. And I do hope that you continue making content for the foreseeable future. And absolutely reckon those content creators. Watch that.
Oh yeah, I hope so too.
So was DayZ the first videos you ever uploaded? Are they still up?
No. My first video I ever uploaded was a CS:GO. You couldn't hear my voice. It was just a CS:GO highlight video, poorly edited. I don't even know how I edited it. I think with some online editor back in the day and some
Yeah.
cheesy music. But no, it's not up. I think I have an unlisted Rainbow Six video from, I don't know from when it is. It's from before I started my DayZ career. But you also don't hear my voice in there either. It's just a
Right.
nice ace clip that happened.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I used to do. I tried to do YouTube like when I was a kid, like when I was in secondary school, going into college and stuff like that, like at least 10 years ago. And my idea of making videos was putting a camera on a tripod, pointing it at the TV, and playing Modern Warfare 3 on the Xbox.
Oh my god, you just sparked a memory that I've forgotten, because my actual first video was that. I got a cool, nice clip in Black Ops 2 on my PlayStation, and I went into the recap version where you can recap, rewatch the last game, and I recorded it on my phone in front of my TV and uploaded it to YouTube. That was actually my first video.
You never forget. You never forget. Cobra, do you remember your first ever video?
Right. Yes. Yes, I do. And I too have done what our man Geek has done and taken the bloody thing off. Because it was terrible, mate. Like all of us. It's bloody terrible, mate. I was sitting there talking absolute crap. Got killed. And what else did I do? I did something stupid. Really, really stupid. And I was kitted. I was proper kitted. And a freshie done me in. But it wasn't that. That wasn't the reason why I took it down. I took it down because my editing was so poor. It was unbelievable. So there you go. How things have changed.
Yes, absolutely. And Lemons, you've done YouTube stuff as well before, haven't you? I think you might have.
Off and on, yeah.
Yeah. What was your kind of like ever first YouTube video you ever made?
Oh man, I think it was like back when like the Minecraft like survival games was such a popular thing a few years ago. I tried jumping on that
yes.
trend, and yeah. It's funny. I still have that channel up too, and you would not know it's me. I sound like oh man, I sound like the fucking biggest squeaker ever. But no, it's become like more of just a joke for me and my buddies. So we'll always just kind of look back at it and laugh because even some of them are in like the videos too. So it's just nice holding on to it as a memento.
Yeah, that is fair. I think my first true ever video was actually on. It was 2012. It was in the summer. I was staying with a family friend, I had a program called Synthesia, and I would record that playing
Camtasia?
songs. Not Camtasia. It was
Okay.
it was Synthesia. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's kind of like a
Okay.
piano tutorial program. I was kind of big into that when I was a kid, and I used to record that playing songs and then upload them. In fact, some of them are still on my Jammy Tunes channel. And then it kind of spiraled from there. I was doing like gameplay videos. I played like some Flash games. I played some kind of like old RPG Maker games, and they're all gone now. They're all gone now.
Oh, why?
They were horrible. They were unbelievably bad. They were so bad. I mean, not much has changed, like, but still, they're so bad. And then I started making stuff on Call of Duty. I made a whole bunch of videos, and I think they're unlisted. Maybe I'll make them viewable again in case anybody wants to take the piss.
To be honest, my first ever DayZ videos were like all my DayZ videos that I've uploaded over the past since 2019 are still up and to watch. I left them there on purpose. The only thing that has happened to them, I had to mute the music because YouTube stuff. And they are so horribly edited that I cannot click on a video and watch it without going into the corner of my room and being ashamed. But I still leave them up, but they're so horribly edited. I used in the past when I started doing YouTube, I used to voice over my videos when something happened. So the reactions you hear in the video are not what actually happened during the gameplay. But you can definitely hear it because I get shot and I had such a monotone voice. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, I'm getting shot. And it's so bad that I cannot watch them at all.
I'm sorry, but these days, that would be like a prime anchor for like people's content, like playing a game, you know, you're playing Call of Duty and you just got that monotone voice, it's like, oh, just been shot, oh, okay, whatever. And just going on like that'd be hilarious to watch.
No, yeah, they are hilarious to watch because how bad they are, but I still leave them there on purpose.
Well, that's
But this is the age-old dilemma though for a lot of creators. So believe it or not, I think Geek would have probably had the same. This is a massive conversation. I hear it all the time. Everyone I speak to says the same thing. There's two angles. Should I take down my old stuff now that I'm far better than I used to be? Now, the only reason I've left up 5 of my old very first, well, second, third, and fourth videos is because I had some of my channel members say to me, "We want to see your journey, your whole journey, from when you wasn't very good at all, when you couldn't edit, when your mic was terrible." And you know what? I looked at it and I left. There's only one I actually really properly took down, and it can never go out again because it is awful. But the others, I have kept some of them up purely so especially the newer creators that are just coming out now, and there's quite a lot now. So they can see actually that we all start off like that. You know, even the PvP gods, you know, we all start off terrible. And it's actually quite refreshing to see that, you know, especially when you've got like Geek, who is just a legend at PvP. I bet in his first couple of videos, as he's already said, he's got some embarrassing deaths like the rest of us. So, you know, isn't that the case, Geek? I should imagine.
I mean, in the beginning, yes, but I started doing YouTube 2019, 2016. I started playing, so I've had over 2 years of experience already. Yeah, I will just say how it is. In my first videos, I was already, you know, clapping kids, just with terrible music and terrible gameplay and terrible voice, and everything is terrible about these videos. Maybe the kills are still usable.
Maybe, yeah. Well, there you go. You started a little bit different from me.
Oh God, YouTube's a funny platform.
It is. So, Geek, give us your hardest moment. Do you think? What was your biggest barrier? Your hardest time with content creation? What did you do to overcome that?
it was hardest time was to continue playing DayZ when 1.0 came out, so 0.63 back then. It was a completely new game. It could not compare 1.0 to the alpha of the game, basically. And when that came out, I was unsure if I will still continue playing DayZ.
Mhm.
And I ended up also taking I think it was an 8-month break that I took at 1.0. I just couldn't play the game when it was new. I did not like the new crosshair, the movement, most of the stuff they added. So I laid down for 8 months, uploaded here and there maybe a video, and just waited until something happens that makes me respark the game. That
Yeah.
was the hardest part because I almost completely quit the game at that point. Went to play Rainbow Six, went to play a lot of CS:GO again,
Yeah.
and at one point, one of my old friends said, "Hey, let's jump back on DayZ. They brought some nice new patches," and I was like, "Okay, let's try it out." And I was playing it. I was really enjoying it again.
Happy
Well,
days, mate. Good.
This is the thing with DayZ, and this is something I've experienced. Quite a lot of people I know, they'll take breaks. They'll be like, "I'm never playing this game again. I don't like where it's going, or whatever." They always come back. They always come back. And in your case, I'm definitely glad you came back.
Oh, me too.
Don't leave ever.
Not planning on it yet.
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 Excuse me. No, but that's yeah. Bloody hell. I mean, I when 1.0 hit, I didn't play the game for ages. I think the first patch that I came back to was either 1.02 or 1.03. I just had no faith in the game after, because I thought like the launch was just bodged. Now I've got a lot more appreciation and I understand it a lot more. But still. But
oh yes,
go on.
Thank you. When 1.0 came out, the alpha community was pretty small. We had 2,300 maximum players. So when one of the big content creators said something, you would see all the people that are still playing the game respond to it. And I remember everybody telling the devs back at then to not release 1.0 at its current state. Don't do it. You put in the game from alpha, releasing it, and it's not ready yet. And
yeah.
Then I think the answer was, after long waiting, we decided as a team to release 1.0, and everybody went like, no, 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 and they did it anyway. And I did not like the game at all when it was 1.0, so I quit.
And then obviously you came back and
Then I returned.
bigger and better. No, but that is good. I mean, I do sometimes still miss alpha, but I honestly think DayZ's just gotten in such a much better state now. I think it's definitely going in the right direction.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I miss the alpha airfield a lot, actually, when I see old videos of it. But if I also remember the problems we had in that alpha with PvP, with everything, I also don't miss it at the same time. But it's the experience, the memories we did from there. On the airfield, the fire station across of it is the ATC. You always had those campers in there, always those gunfights. Only good memories, to be fair.
You when it comes to Northwest Airfield, you always remember the good times. I mean, I don't remember any of them because I never went there, but I usually saw the trees in Northwest Airfield and I'm like, I'm going that way.
You hear all the good stories.
I hear the good stories and I'm like, I kind of regret not taking that chance to go up, but then I'm like, well, at least I didn't shit my pants going up there, so I guess I'm fine. But yeah, Alpha was definitely great, and Northwest Airfield for the Alpha was fantastic. I really can't wait to see what does come of it this year. I was quite shocked when it was kind of announced that they're going to do a revamp. What was your kind of like reaction to it?
Personally, I was very excited because current Northwest Airfield is, I'm gonna say it, it sucks. It sucks a lot. You rarely find people there, and if you do, they are sitting somewhere. There's so much bunched up and clunky buildings everywhere that shouldn't even belong there. That takes away what once was a PvP hotspot is now not really a PvP hotspot anymore because of all the buildings that are there. You can loot the tents, go down the east side, and 2 minutes later somebody comes from the west, and you just miss each other because of how huge the place is and of how many objects are in the way, preventing you from spotting people.
Yeah. It is a shame. It really is a shame. But I mean, I am excited to see what comes from it, and from pictures that have been taken of like the current real life airfield that Northwest is based off of from. I really hope they do something like that. I really do hope.
That'd be sick.
It would be beautiful.
Oh yes.
And sorry to kind of deviate from the topic a little bit. Lemons, you've changed something in your image, and I'm curious to know what it is, apart from the fact that my face is in the top left corner. I saw it reset. I saw it reset your logo.
Yeah, no, it's because I got, I think it booted me for AFK, like, because I was being inactive. So.
Shut up.
Oh.
But Lemons, Cobra, you never really played Alpha, did you? You weren't a part of it then, were you?
No. I mean, I joined it a little bit later than you guys, which is sad because I wasn't around at the point where you guys had all of the major issues. I've seen loads of videos on it. I've seen back in the day when Frankie on PC was covering that stuff as well, you know. And I think I don't know, man. I think would I still like to play it? I don't know. I've got to be honest. Yes, there was clearly some fun times had, but I've always been more of a, you know, I like the environment. I like the graphics. I like games without loads of clunky bits. Don't ask me why I play DayZ now because it's still clunky. But the fact of the matter is, it's still the best survival game out. So you know, for me, that's why it's still the best game. But I agree with Geek though. There are times, even in my little bit shorter DayZ history than some of you, there have been times that I did think about quitting. But I think it happens to all of us. We do need these breaks every now and then you come back reinvigorated. So you know, it's all good fun. But speaking of which, so I'm gonna embarrass Geek a little bit here and myself.
Embarrass.
Yeah, well, actually, it's going to be more for me, I should imagine. I've got a funny little story about how me and Geek first met. Are you ready for this one, Geek?
I am ready for this. Tell the world.
Right. Tell the world this one. Right, so... okay, so when I first started experimenting trying to make thumbnails, what I used to do... Right, I knew he'd put it straight on me as well. Thanks, lad. This is good, mate. This is good. I like this. You can see the embarrassment creep over my face now.
Can we get a spotlight for you?
Yeah, we've got a spotlight for this one.
Perfect.
Thanks, Geek. Anyway, so I used to go onto Google and I used to go, right, okay, let's try and find a couple of good images. Just plain images is what I was after. And so I picked off, about 30 images, and I was creating my first couple of videos, and I was like, oh, I like this. This is quite a good image. And it had a picture of a guy blown up with a decent background. I thought, I like that.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the image, and I created what I thought was a really good thumbnail. So I added the DayZ logo on it, as we do when we start. And anyway, put it on the video, sent it out. Happy days. I get a message from Geek saying, do you remember what you said, Geek? First of all.
Yes.
Go on. What was it?
I commented under the video. Hey, that's my thumbnail.
Yeah. That's being polite. And I turned around and I went, shit. Is it? And then so we had this little back and forth on YouTube comments. I said, mate, get in Discord, let's have a conversation about this. And it turns out it was actually Geek who created it. I was like, shit! I've got to take that shit down. But anyway, yes. So that's how me and Geek first met. Funny enough. So there you go. You know, I think it's always best to be open and straight with people about these type of things. You know, so there you go.
Oh, I do love a bit of plagiarism. Jesus.
Yeah. I could laugh about it now. I think Geek laughs about it now as well. But
definitely, even before, it's not a huge deal with one thumbnail.
No. But on the other side, I know Play Guy's in here as well. On the other side of that, obviously Play Guy's amazing at doing his creative stuff. But so the serious side to that is when you do actually get people deliberately copying your work, which is obviously a problem. So you know, we've got I mean, it's happened to me as well. I know it's happened to Geek and, you know, several others. So yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, well, a bit of a funny story I thought I'd share as Geek's on.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe that's how the friendship started. I was kind of expecting maybe you guys like met in game, you teamed up, you like whatever. No, I accidentally ripped off your thumbnail. Yeah, all right.
You see, I don't think Geek would have minded. Well, he didn't. I don't think he minded, but had it have had like 100k, 300k hits or something on it, I think we'd have had a different conversation. I think
that happened. You know, somebody stole my thumbnail, and he got with his videos more views than mine, and I was here. Why didn't it work for me?
Yeah.
If that would happen, Geek would be sitting in the steam and like, you fucking
yeah.
Fucking what? But no, if you take one thumbnail, I'm not gonna get mad. If you take two, I'm also not gonna get mad. But if you take a lot of them and I see my channel on your YouTube channel, I'm gonna get mad. In this case, I was like funny, like I saw the thumbnail, I didn't really even care. I was in the comments like, you took my thumbnail, man. It's from a video that happened in January last year, so I couldn't really care. And if I also had in the past somebody asked me in my DMs, yo, can I use your this thumbnail from your old video in my video? And I told him, yeah, go for it. It's an old thumbnail of mine. Just use it. So I don't mind unless the person literally copies my entire YouTube feed and pastes it onto his.
Oh, mate, I've had it myself recently, and this is the thing. At that point, it's like shit. It's okay, you know. It's okay making the odd mistake every now and then. Honest mistake, that's fine. But you know, I know it's happened to quite a few people, and now it's happened to me as well. I had a channel. I had a couple of guys take my logo, jump onto servers. This was about a month ago, right? And I had the server owners message me going, "Is that why have you done that? We're gonna have to ban you." And I said, "What are you on about?" And they said, "You've been on our server." And I said, "Let me have a look at this." And it clearly wasn't me. It was someone who's tried to take my logo, bodged the logo, and called himself Cobra. So I was like, "For
what
sake.
The hell, man?"
I know, yeah, but I see it. I see it quite a few times.
You know what I take? You know what I take from that? You've made it.
No.
You've made it, dude. Somebody's in person. That you've made it. That's it.
I think in my case it was purely because I was on that server at some point and someone noticed I did a video on it. I think that's what it was, but
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. Shit happens.
Is that happening to you yet, Lemons?
Servers, yeah. I've had people copy like server names and stuff like that, but never like actually like full on. Actually, that's a lie. I had someone copy an advertisement I made, and then they said I was them, but it was for a different server. It was a whole thing, but you gotta love it. And then when you address them and they act like so like, what? I did that? You know?
Bro, I didn't know. Like, you shit. Yeah, you fucking did.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand people like that.
Yeah, he is a little bit annoying.
Is that happened to you as well, Geek? You've had people kind of like trying to be you, impersonate you and stuff?
Not that I remember. Now that Cobra said it, I don't know from how many DayZ servers I might be banned. Somebody is like fucking logo somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't remember somebody completely impersonating me. I know I have one guy in my Discord with my logo and GeekFPS in him, but I'm fun. It's a funny joke we two have. It's a known dude in my community, and he only has it in my Discord, the name.
Right.
In his Discord, he has his own name, but I don't remember anybody going around saying he's GeekFPS yet.
Yet. I like the keyword yet.
Yes.
I didn't tell you what I did to this guy, did I? Let me tell you this. So I had a chat with the server owner. I said, right, I'm coming back on the server. Is he online now? And he said, they're all online. I said, okay, cool. So anyway, I actually found this guy and I shot him live on stream.
Wow.
It come up on the kill feed. Cobra killed Cobra from 2 meters. So
What the hell?
yeah. So funny.
That's
Anyway.
class. I love
Yeah,
that.
I had to do it. I'm not normally that naughty, but I had to do that.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd be like,
Oh, I would have teabagged him right after.
oh mate,
Oh, do you know what? I should have done that. Yeah, you're right. I should have done that.
turn it into a short. This is what happens when you impersonate me. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, impersonations start like getting a lot more. I don't know what would cause that. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Hard
Funny.
hits FPS. I am the real geek FPS.
Hard hits, man.
Is this your man, Geek? Is this the one you've been telling us about?
No, Hard Hits is a very good friend in the community who's been here very long.
Yeah, cool.
Lads.
Good
Made
man.
him put the FPS in his name. I forced him to.
Mate, he's got a whole following here of FPSs, isn't he?
Yeah, Play
yeah.
Guy. Oh, he doesn't have it on YouTube, but on Twitch, Play Guy is called Play Guy FPS.
I saw this. I bloody right. So let me tell you another little story. I asked Play Guy. Well, we're currently in talks at the moment. He's doing a little bit of work for me. And I thought this because I saw FPS on something after Play Guys. Now I was like, is that bloody Geek? I was like, is that Geek or is that not Geek? that was my first impression. I was like, shit. So I'm actually talking to the same person here. But anyway, no, it's cool. Good lad.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. I can't believe all that. That's just insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. Jesus Christ. So, you've done a hell of a lot in the community the past, few years. You've gained quite a bit of a following. And I've seen on your YouTube channel you participated in the Kings of the Castle event. Is that right?
That is correct.
Which team were you?
I was Oh God. 20 seconds and I can tell you. I think I was team. Was I yellow? No, I was orange. I think I was team orange.
Which one was the winning team again? I forget.
I was going to say, did you win though?
No,
Yeah,
No, I wasn't team orange. Team orange won.
Green. Play Guy saying green. There you go.
Was I green?
I think so. That's
The
what
fact
Play
that
Guy
you
thinks.
can't even remember.
There you go.
It's-
Ladies confirmed it for you. It was green.
All right, I was in team green. I knew from the very beginning.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking you just didn't care which team you're on. You saw bloodshed. You went for it.
Yeah, I kill everything, you know.
Or
I was
even your
gonna
own
tell
players.
Oh yeah, of course, especially them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how was the event from your side? Was it a really fun event? Obviously, we've had Ariana on the show before, but I'd love to hear the perspective of somebody who participated on the player side.
Oof, it was the beginning. Obviously, was a bit boring when everybody loots up, kind of, and you don't get much gunfights in the beginning. We actually did get a very early gunfight that killed me. But after that was more like 2 hours of just looting up again and doing nothing and preparing for the end game. And once you gotten into or like around the castle walls in the trees and the checkpoint, that's where the fun really starts, because that's where most teams then in the end will be, and that's where the most PvP is as well. So the ending was absolutely amazing. What happened there? It was so much pressure on us. We got grenaded. We had to swap positions. We had to rush something. I had a lot of fun. The only thing I can criticize is the fact that you're allowed to go really early in the castle. With 10 people sitting in the castle, it's kind of hard to rush with 10 people, especially with 1.19, new movement, the Inheritor. You run those castle stairs up freaking slow. Really slower than before, and you can only go up one by one. And to be fair, if you can't hold that castle, and if you die by a team rushing you, you're doing something incredibly wrong, because all they have to do is sit on the very top, look through the one crack, and shoot you when you come
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
That's the only
easy.
thing I can criticize. In previous events, it was sorted, like, not from Mariana, but in other events, these stuffs was easily sorted by, they put a base wall at the front entrance, and when the time has come, for example 30 minutes before the end of the event, they deleted the base wall, and then you can rush in and take the castle first, or like camp it from the outside. But in this scenario, whoever takes the castle first has the very first advantage as well.
Right. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And are you planning on like participating in more events in the future? I know Rav Plays has recently put out a tweet saying that he's going to be doing more events this year.
Oh, I played, I think, 90% of Raf's events when he did them in the past. I was always there most of the time. So when he does his events again, I'll be there 100% if I can make the time.
I might have to as well. I really like let myself down. I wanted to do like a bunch of events, like participate in them in 2022, but it's just the time. It's kind of ridiculous, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what events come about, and I can't wait to see how many people you absolutely thrash.
I don't do good in events. I don't know why. I've never won. My best thing was, I think, second place in RAF events. I never win events. I think I won one event in my entire lifetime, and I joined a lot of them. I do always so shit. I play differently in events. Maybe that's the thing. But I never
that's
win
It's
in
the
them.
pressure. It's the pressure. That gets
Definitely
you
the
so much.
pressure.
Well, I think it's also something to do with if you're kind of used to a duo or solo, and then you've suddenly got like 8 or 9 in a team or 10 in a team. It's very, very
Yes.
chaotic is the word,
Yes.
because you're trying, unless you've got a clear structure, like leadership structure there, team leader structure, or whatever, you are trying to help your teammates, as well as trying to make sure your positioning's right, you're covered, you've got the shot. It's so difficult whenever you're trying to look out for other people as well. So
Yes.
I get that. I've done that myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I need to get into more events, but maybe we'll come and getting that sorted out. Hopefully. Lemons, are you going to be doing events? Are you going to represent either yourself or the show?
I'd like to try. That's for
No.
sure.
No. I wasn't asking. I was telling.
Oh shit.
I joke, obviously. Don't worry. I am only joking. Or am I?
Definitely. I will tell you though. There is something coming up for the console community when it comes to events.
Right.
I can't say who it's from or what it revolves around, but all I can say, it's going to be very big.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I'd say keep that on your radar in the next maybe 2-3 months.
Okay. You said just for console, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I don't care.
I'm buying a PlayStation 4.
Excellent.
Yeah, just plug the keyboard and mouse in.
Oh god.
You actually can as well.
Oh,
That's
man.
the thing. Couldn't believe
Oh,
it.
poor PlayStation people.
About to get absolutely eviscerated.
About to get drop shotted, man. They will witness something they've never witnessed before.
This is true power. holding up your mouse like this, like.
Yes.
Yeah, Lord. But no, it's great that you have contributed so much to the community, and you still continue to do so. What would you say is the best video you've ever made personally? It doesn't have to be in terms of like views or anything, but like the one where you're most proud of.
Oof. I actually think my Kings of the Castle video was really, really great edited, with an editing style that I usually don't do, with cinematics and voiceovers and all of that. I usually don't include that in my videos. But also other videos, like my most recent one had just a bit of voiceover, but the whole video itself was really smooth to watch. So yeah, those are, I think, good, because when I look at my older videos, once I edited them in the past, I said, "Oh, this is really good." I look at them now and I feel like, yeah, they're good, but they're not as good as my current videos. So I see myself always improving. So I think the Kings of the Castle one is probably one of my most favorites that I've edited.
And is that the one titled "How We Dominated a PvP Event in DayZ"?
Yes.
Right, just making absolutely sure. So if anybody in chat wants to go ahead and click on that video and watch it, do so.
Go check it out, people.
I know I will once.
Thank you.
Anytime. Gotta show the love, mate. You gotta show the love, because at the end of the day, you know, we all play the same game. We all enjoy the same game, and well, more so than others. But we want to make sure that everybody can, you know, have a good time, have a good laugh. And if people make good content, we want to showcase it. And, you know, if you're saying that's your best video, mate, I'm definitely going to showcase that. I mean, hell it.
I
Have you
think so.
have you added a link into the chat there, lad? Have you?
Yeah. I've already put it in the chat.
Brilliant. Cool. Brilliant.
Didn't worry.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Mate, just double checking.
I'm not that much of a boomer, all right? 2022 kind of showed that, but it's a new year. I'm shedding the skin, all right? I am new me. Breaking New Year's resolutions and drinking McDonald's Coke.
And not your normal Iron Brew, mate, which is a big shock to me, I've got to say.
You know what? I need to cut down on it. I need to stop drinking.
You do, mate. You do.
I've like, literally, this is the only fizzy drink I've had in like a week. I've been drinking just copious amounts of water, and it's shown. It's nice. It's great. I feel more rejuvenated. I've drank this, and now I feel like shit. So nice. Why do I do this to myself? At least I'm not drunk like I was in the Christmas episode. Oh my god.
We're drunk in a Christmas episode?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's a want to rewatch.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Geek, I actually think that was probably Lad's best performance. I've got
Well,
to
you
say.
know what that means. Pop the bottle, lad.
It's downstairs. I can't be bothered. See, the thing is, my brother, for Christmas, I did actually get another bottle of whiskey, and it's the same whiskey I drank on the show.
Hold on, we've got something here in chat that I've got to highlight here. So, Lady Adventure, who is obviously a friend of yours, has given us a little bit of vital information here. So, what you been drinking whilst you're gaming, then, Geek?
Oh, it's just a lot of cola, actually. Cola, and I think I drink one Red Bull can a day max.
I think Lady was alluding to something else here.
That's because I drink a lot of cola. I actually don't drink water much.
Not just one. There you go. So who's being straight then here, mate? Because Lady's saying it ain't just one, mate.
Lady's lying, 100%.
Lady's lying. Okay.
You heard it here, folks.
All right. I did fight for you, Lady. There, I did try and push him on that one.
If you see Lucas inside, you know, there's a story behind Lucas. Lucas drinks milk like water. Like, the guy wakes up and pours himself a glass of milk instead of water. It's unimaginable for me how somebody can drink this much milk.
This man's bones are fucking adamantine.
I was going to say that leads to strong bones and heart attacks. So,
yes.
That's that. But
yes.
But I don't know what Iron Brew's going to do for your insides, though, lad. That's what I'm talking about. Iron Brew over a sustained period, and like with you, Geek, with your Coke, yeah, that's some bad stuff, mate. You see what that does to toilets? You put that stuff down the toilets, mate. That's some heavy shit.
I know, man.
It's clearing it.
Yeah, but it's also probably clearing the whole lining of your insides, mate.
Yeah. Why not? At least it tastes good.
Anyway, let's come off drinks.
No. I want to hear about what lemons. Lemons. What do you?
Okay.
Lemons. What do you drink when you're doing stuff? What do you drink? Do you drink some good high quality H2O?
Have you not looked at my? No. Have you looked at my my Discord status?
I have not actually. What does it say? Bagged milk for the win.
Oh, there you go.
There's your answer right there.
Oh, your
you drink milk like water.
Yeah, do you? Do
Yep.
you?
What the hell?
We've got two weirdos here.
Yeah,
Actually,
those are the weird normal ones. Like,
actually, I cannot say shit because for many, many, many years growing up as a kid, I would refuse to drink anything but milk. And still to this day, I've not broken a bone.
see,
I,
I found out that milk has a lot of sugar in it. I didn't actually know that. Like, I wasn't aware of it. And then I was talking to one of my buddies. Like, yeah, that's like a ton of sugar in it. And when I looked it up, it like really kind of blew my mind.
put it this way, right? When you see a cow, what do you see?
Meat.
A fat animal, yeah?
Oh yes,
That's true.
that.
Right. Now think about it. You drink lots of milk, what's going to happen? You're going to get massive, mate. That's what that shit
A
is.
fat animal.
You drink loads of milk, mate. That's what happens there. Seriously, there's studies that show that. Anyway, I'm not a professional in that field, but I'm just saying to you, I did research that a little while ago.
I'm just. I didn't even know milk had sugar in it.
I agree. Yeah.
I literally, while you were talking there, I had to look it up, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's just like maybe just a Canadian or American thing or whatever. No.
Scammed.
Yeah.
Scammed the whole time.
Oh, damn. Well, looks like I'm coming off the milk as well.
Learn something new every day, people. There you go.
I did not like that revelation. Thank you, twat.
Wow.
It's just how I am. It's just how I am.
That is totally fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course it is. I think. Is it Lemons? Sorry, I love you.
Oh no, he took that personal, man. That was a one-love.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what Lemons is like.
Yep. It's game over. You've angered the Canadian demographic.
Oh shit. Does this mean Zagoria's not coming to PC then?
No, just you'll be blacklisted. Just like your IP specifically.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck.
Everything in moderation except bacon. More bacon, the better. Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah.
Yeah, bacon is amazing.
Yeah, mate, you kind of gone wrong with bacon, to be fair. So, I was going to ask a question about bacon, and I realised why.
Because bacon is awesome.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Bacon is pretty damn awesome. I mean, having a bacon and cheese toasty is bliss.
Please don't. I'm hungry, man.
McKee's literally cooking it right now.
Cooking it now. I'll send that.
Oh yes, my boy. Oh lord. So with your YouTube content creation, must have tried so many different ideas. What are you kind of hoping to kind of like produce or make for 2023? Like, obviously there's a lot of like gameplay you can get out of PvP, but what's the one kind of video you've always wanted to make but you never had the chance to?
I mean, after recently releasing the killing streamers video, I really want to do that more, and I just have to find a way. I don't know how it's going to be possible, but it is impossible to find out who you kill unless somebody spoils it in your Twitch chat or somebody pings you on Twitter. So I like to do those a lot more in the future, because not only are they fun to watch, they're so fun to edit as well. Seeing their reactions over and over and being able to edit them. So I'm hoping that for 2023 will be a few good killing streamers videos.
So what I'm hearing is
That's why I'm hearing as well. He's been on my stream as well, isn't he?
Oh yeah, boys, you're not safe.
shit.
I'm hiding the name of the servers from now on. That's it.
I'll find you on any server.
Thanks, Geek. Appreciate it.
Jeez.
You'll just hear in game, "Thanks for stealing my thumbnail," before I pull the trigger.
Oh, mate.
Oh my lord.
Love it.
My lord, that's That would be terrifying. Yeah, like you just, especially like, I'm sorry, I can just imagine just sitting there in the trees, just overwatching like a military base. You're like thinking, right, okay, there's a couple of guys there. You hear some footsteps behind you, like what the fuck, and then, and then you just say that.
What
Oh,
about?
God.
What about? I've got an idea for a video for us, Geek. Right? You may be killing the streamers. What about streamer kills? Kills the stream killer. How's that?
The stream killer.
Yes. So you will go and kill me potentially, but I'll be watching your stream too, and I'll just turn around and
Oh.
shoot you. Now that's an idea. That's
So
an
a bit of a
idea.
stream snipe event-ish.
Yeah. I think that sounds
Those
like
are fun, dude. Those are
that.
really
That
fun.
would be pretty good, wouldn't it? You'd set your video up stream sniping, but then the person you're hunting actually kills you. Oh, I love that. Right, let's get it. Let's bring it on.
That was in my
Let's bring that.
my killing Twitch streamers video. My last death was caused by Minder, and I tried so hard to find Minder's POV of him killing me.
Yeah.
It would be so perfect because you see me kill all these streamers all the time, and I was trying so hard to find his POV of him killing me, but nobody clipped it. And I got really sad. It would have been the perfect ending if I died to a streamer as well. You know, showing like I'm not invincible, you know, even though I kill all these people. But nobody clipped it. I don't know how.
Nah, I think all your deaths are just CGI, mate. It's just fake. It's just, you know.
Oh yeah, I don't die. I relocate.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you just go missing in action. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Geeks never die. They're always missing in action.
Oh no, I don't die.
Never.
Never. Always relocating.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a challenge put out, people. There you go.
And obviously, we kind of like touched on a little bit about, you know, Rav making his own event. Have you ever kind of thought about doing your own, especially lately?
Me personally, no. It's tough with my time to organize an entire event. I only basically have time on the weekends. And Playguy wanted me to do a lot of events in the past, and he organized also one event on when he had a server in the past. So I did have an event in the past. I think it was something like a come stream snipe event me sort of thing. And yeah, it was all right.
That's fair enough. I mean, if you ever do decide, you know, if you do ever have the time to do an event, I'd love to join and hear about it and die within the first 5 seconds. Not by anybody else. I'll just be like F11. I'm like, I can't handle the pressure. I'm out. See you later.
Geeks on the server, we can't.
Shit, that's right. You can't. Fuck. Oh, bless. No, but that's you know, you never know. Maybe. You
Yeah,
do
you
one,
never know what's in the future.
Well, that's it. You never ever do. But stuff that could come in the future could not come in the future, and this is something I don't know if you're aware of the map called Taviana.
Yes, I saw that. I saw the whole Twitter debate.
Yes.
About it. Yes.
So, somebody who didn't play mod. I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of us here played mod.
No.
Only watched videos.
I played
about
armor
it.
mod.
Oh, you did play the armor mod.
But not deeply into that armor origin stuff. I basically played the armor DayZ mod.
Right. Okay. So recently, it's come out that there is a Taviana port that's been made, which shocked a lot of people. It was a fan favorite mod for the Origins DayZ mod, and I can understand why. It was a really good map from what I've read. Unfortunately, and I know some people in chat and some people on Twitter is like excited. Oh, I can't wait to see it. It's not coming out. It's not.
Is that confirmed?
It's so. This is the thing. So the original creator is making their own game called Taviana: The Origins, and they're using his map that he's made as a basis for that. Well within his right. He has not given anyone permission ever to port Taviana to DayZ or any other platform similar to DayZ. He's just not given permission. He doesn't like the idea, doesn't want it happening, which is sucky. It's a bit shit because it's a fan favorite mod, but he did create it. He has his right to do that. So when Erno made this tweet saying it's about 78% done, people are obviously very excited. Martin has come out to say that he's spoken to Erno. Erno's not involved in the project. He was just basically posting
Making
pictures.
it,
Yeah,
announcing it. Yes, okay.
yeah. And Martin has said that the creator has said that as soon as that map is out, he's claiming against it. So it's not coming out. Legally, it's not allowed to. And I know there's a lot of... It's shit.
That's a bummer for the people that spent probably a year building that map. That's a yikes.
It's a yikes. Yeah. It's hard to say. Like, as somebody who mods... Archie says,
yeah, Archie.
add a new lake in the middle and change the name a little. Legally loopholed. I mean... I can't say yes or no to that, but I mean, somebody who makes mods, you know, when you spend the time to create it, and you know it's your work, you have every right to dictate what happens to that. And if you use that project for something else, like a game, and if somebody takes that, uses it for like DayZ, you are well within your right to say, "Nah, fam, I don't fucking think so." Which is what Martin's essentially doing. Erno did confirm, like I said, he's not involved in the project, but I would imagine it would be the case of it would be out for like maybe a day or two and then took down from the workshop, and then
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if people end up taking the files and constantly re-upload them. Not saying that they should, but I'm just saying that's probably what's going to end up happening. So everybody who's excited, sorry. Hate to be the bearer of bad news.
I just feel super bad for the modders of that mod for spending all their time. I mean, you can say it's their own fault. They should have done their research, but I'm still really feeling bad for them because that sucks hard. That sucks enormously.
I do feel the sympathy there because, you know, a lot of work goes into making a map. And it's even hard. I would imagine, and I would dare say that it's even harder to try and replicate something that's already, like, that was already made. Because if you want to make it faithful, you got to make sure it's 1-to-1. But at the same time, it's not it's like it's common knowledge of what will happen if people port Taviana. It's happened before, so it's kind of like, yes, it's shit. In my opinion, it's like it's shit that this is going to be the outcome, but at the same time, kind of like, you should have knew this was going to happen. So it's kind of like, yeah, to me it's like it is what it is, but at the same time I'm sad because I was really hoping for a new map, a new classic map coming out. But I would like to think that with the popularity, that he might change his mind. That's just a speculation, just like something that I'd hope would happen. But yeah, it sucks. Again, sorry.
Maybe they can agree with him on something, and maybe some financial stuff. You'll never know. They're probably in the talks of him. I would reckon if I do a map, almost completely finishing it, and somebody tells me not allowed to do that, I would first thing I do is I slide into the DMs of the actual creator and see if how the guy behaves, if he's a cooperative guy or if he just straight up tells me no, and maybe try to find a way to make it somehow still work. So we'll see. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there isn't.
I would love for it to come out where the map is approved to be ported to DayZ, and then people can go to me and be like, haha lad, you were fucking wrong, get fucked, kind of thing. But I don't think it will happen, but I do hope it does. I do hope that the map is released for the community, and just bring back some good memories for certain people back in the day. You know, it was kind of like that with like with Namalsk. I never played the original,
Me neither.
but that's now my favorite map. I love Namalsk, and
Oh yeah.
I watched all videos and I was sitting there. I was like, yeah, I know why people were hyped about this. So it's pretty much the same thing for Tavian. I know why people are hyped, but we'll see what happens, because obviously the map's been used for its own game, so it's kind of like it's a bit weird. But yeah, again, sorry everyone in chat and everybody who watches this in the future. Sorry. Wouldn't it be good if BI had a community DLC program for DayZ standalone where new maps could be sold? That would be amazing. Yeah, we've talked about that quite a few times. What do you think? What do you think, Geek? Do you think that BI should start making or allowing some maps to be sold as DLC?
I mean, the idea itself is great for the DayZ devs because they need also income, and that would be a way to earn extra income, which is obviously going to benefit the game.
Yeah.
But personally, for example, I cannot think of a modded map besides the Malsk. I would actually cash fucking money for the Malsk. But I cannot think of another modded map where I would say I would buy this DLC for it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy the did I buy the Livonia DLC? I somehow have the Livonia DLC. Maybe somebody gifted me a link or a Steam key for it, but I was always so against buying Livonia because
Yeah.
I actually don't like the map, or I don't feel like it's worth it because Gennaris is better.
Mhm.
But the thing is, you either make all the maps DLC maps, otherwise people will be like, yeah, I have to pay for this. I can just play a different modded map, or they just leave it be.
Yeah. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Has your opinions on Livonia changed with 119, or they're still the same? You still don't like it?
I highly dislike Livonia. All these open fields. I know I might get hate for it, but I highly dislike Livonia.
See, I'm on the other side of the fence with that. So I didn't like it to start with, and I do think it still needs work. But it has grown on me.
Yeah.
So I don't. Obviously, Chernarus is the main map, and that's the one that I play majority of the time. But most of my videos are on Chernarus. But I have done a few on Livonia, and I think I think it's one of those. I mean, if you're long term, the first map in every game is always going to be the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
it's just whether or not you kind of, I wouldn't say loyal, but loyal to the map. But I mean, it's like
More familiar.
yeah, everyone knows it. It's the only map everyone has played, isn't it? There's not, half the community haven't played it. Everyone's played Gennaris, so you know. So yeah, I mean, it's grown on me. It is what it is, isn't it? But speaking of which, though, Bitterroot.
Yes. Now, Cobra, I know you're going to be talking a lot about this, but I kind of want to quickly prod Lemons a little bit. Like, oi, have you played Bitterroot as well yet?
I've wanted to. I've seen a lot of like people talking about it and all that kind of stuff, and it would be fun to try it out because, especially with all the modded maps that have been coming out like this year and last year, it's like, well, the few that have been announced this year. It's really awesome to see like the community making that kind of stuff.
Well,
Yeah, so it's definitely on the list.
You should
I mean,
definitely play it the next time it's got.
you need to have a look at it. I agree. You need to have a look at it. I'll tell you why. Marks did a video on it. I did a video on it in the last week. Both of us did. My honest opinion was the map is only 20% completed, and it was a test phase. They brought it out for a kind of an open weekend type thing scenario, or a few days in a week, whatever. And I must admit, when I first looked at it, I was thinking to myself, this is going to be nowhere near as good as what I'm used to.
Yeah.
It probably, is not going to float my boat at all. But I've got to say, there's a link to the video I've done for those that want to have a little look at it. If you want to see the bits that are, that areas that are complete. But I've got to say, I actually really like there's a lot of differences in this map. If you're a sniper, for instance, if you're into sniping, this is a map for you when it finally gets finished. There's just hills, mountain ranges overlooking militaries. When you go to the top of the mountain ranges, it's snow on the mountain ranges. The trees are covered in snow, and the space and positioning of the forests are slightly different than what you're used to in DayZ on all the normal maps. I got to admit, I was impressed with it. It was only 20%, but I was impressed with what they'd done. Some new buildings in there. The attention to detail is just out of this world. I mean, even looking at the traffic lights they've put in the placements they have in the abandoned towns they have. I mean, I don't think those pictures there actually do it justice.
Yeah.
But what I saw, mate, was that's the football field. It was just really good feel to it. It was like.
Oh my
Amen.
god. I am so sorry, everybody in chat. That was absolutely goddamn dreadful. There seems to be an issue every time we swap between scenes. So I think I'm going to have to take a look at this again and get that sorted out. Again, I'm so sorry. But we're back. We are back. At least you are back. Yes. Yes. I feel sorry for Foxy. He's going to have to split the videos again. Oh my god. I remember he was getting so upset with me because they kept crashing. My immersion. We are back. We are back. Yes, again, sorry. We are back up and running. Bitterroot! Yeah, try it out next time, please.
Oh, completely. Yeah, just have a little look at it, and see what you think of it yourselves whenever it's back online. But it's not at the moment, so
Yes.
yeah. Happy
Do we
days.
know when they're going to be doing their next testing phase?
Well, the guy Matty, who's the dev for it, I was in contact with him last week. I can find out. I think Marks will know him as well. So between us, I'm sure we can get some information put out.
Yeah, that would be good. That will be good, because if we can find out what's happening with it, we can get more people to play it. Geek, have you played Bitterroot yet in any of the playtests, or is that kind of something you've stayed away from?
I have not even looked into the map yet. I know that Play Guy wanted to play it with me, but I was playing a bit too much COD and less focus on DayZ, and I have not looked into the map at all. I have no clue how it looks, but I'm happy to just listen in and hear what you guys say.
Well, I think the bit that you will like, Geek, is the airfield that's done. The main military that's done at the moment, because there's so many positions. It's like the footage I've seen, but a better quality of what you were talking about in Alpha of the airfield in Northwest.
Oh my
It's
God,
it's not
playground.
It's not the same, and it's not as big, but there's some interesting. I won't spoil it. There's some interesting stuff in there.
Spoil it. Go on.
Spoil it, man.
No, man, you can watch my video I've sent you. How's that? you can
Marketing
give...
100.
Yeah, mate.
Oh my god,
you can...
are you shilling your videos on the podcast? How dare you?
God. Yes, Geek. You can watch one of my videos, mate. How's that?
I will. Promise.
All right, there you went. That's cool.
Bruh. Oh god, I do need to play a bit of Root. I need to start playing other maps and get a good idea for them. Geek should make.
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Thumbnail. Yeah, steal your own thumbnail. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check your next video, Geek, because I think the revenge is coming.
Oh god.
Full circle. We've gone full circle.
Oh, let me quickly check my. Let me change my next thumbnail. Whoops.
Yeah.
Lordy Lord.
How would you know? You know.
I wouldn't, mate, because I put it all painting on my last one, so you won't want that.
Yeah, you would. Cool. Why not? There you go. But it's when it does come to content creation, and you've said you've took a few breaks here there. You just said you were playing a bit too much COD. Was that COD
Yes.
the newest one?
Correct.
Is it good?
Oh, I like it.
Is
I
it
think
worth...
my last. I don't know. It's you can't compare this Call of Duty to the past ones at all. To like the old school Call of Duty, let's say Black Ops 3, you cannot compare. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. And I do say if you like FPS shooters, and it's a very fast paced one, so if you're an FPS shooter, go for it. If you have the money, because the game is really expensive.
Yeah. The only question I will ask about it, because I haven't really been a fan of COD for a while, because Activision, is the Bison in it?
And Call of Duty Bison.
In the new, is the Bison in the newest Call of Duty?
I have not used it yet. I'm currently doing all my ARs on Platinum. And then after that, I will touch the SMG. So until now, I've not really touched the gun at all.
Okay. Well, if yourself in the future or anybody can confirm the Bison is in, I will buy the game.
It's in. It's definitely. They go under different names. It's in. It has a 60 round mag, I think. Coming by standard or 62
the
round?
game.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Oh mate. But what? Talking about COD, I wanted to talk about something completely different, but I just had to know. You know. Just not called the Bison as shit. No, how dare you? The Bison is great. I main that gun.
I agree with him. Mate.
Shut
Bison shit.
Listen, you can customize the guns. You can definitely make the gun work if you get the right tuning on it.
What are you talking about? It works out the box. It's fine. What's wrong with it? But
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Lady's gonna show us the real shit. There you go.
Yes, hell yes, I'm down. But what I was wanting to talk about, and as a content creator yourself, and like I said, you took some breaks and whatnot. No, I'm not talking about the Dead 9. Shut up, Archie. Shut up.
He's not allowed to, Archie.
It's my New Year's resolution. Stop talking about that gun. Actually, I've already broken that, so it's fine. But Minder posted a tweet, and I would love to show this tweet, but because of the issue that we just had before, I'm not going to risk it again. I don't want the stream crashing. So he posted a tweet on the January 3rd, just simply captioning I'm making some changes in 2023. And he says the following, and I'll say the full thing as well, and I'll also post the tweet for anybody in chat. And I'd love to get your thoughts on it, Geek. You've been around for quite some time, and you've watched Minder when back in Alpha days. So he said, the 1st of January of this year marks the 10-year anniversary of when I created my YouTube channel. I've been a full-time content creator for over 5 years now. It's been an incredible journey and a dream come true. But the reality is that it also comes with many negative aspects. Between Christmas and New Year's, I took some time off streaming to reflect on where I am as a content creator. And it's clear for me I need to make some changes. It's been no secret that I have struggled as an entertainer and a streamer on Twitch recently, and although I've had some good days, most streams have been quite poor. It's been weighing heavy on me. I want to be an entertainer and bring a lot of positive energy to the stream, but I have not been doing a good job of that lately. After all these years, it's clear that I sit down behind my PC and press start streaming when my mind is not in it far too often. And he makes some changes, and I should have done those a long time ago. It's 2023 and I'm making these changes now. I'll be focusing less of my time on just hitting that 5 days a week streaming schedule on Twitch, instead will focus more on creating exciting content on YouTube. I will still be streaming on Twitch, but less often and only when I'm actually excited to do it. No more schedules. I'll tweet out when I'm live still, but on the day, I want YouTube to be a bigger part of my content creator journey than it is right now. For my Twitch friends, sorry I won't be around as much. I think this is a positive direction I'm going into, and I hope to still see you around when I'm live. Thank you for all your support and allowing me to do for a living what started out as my hobby. Let's get back to those days of creating content. Which honestly, I respect that quite a
Definitely.
Yeah.
lot.
Definitely.
He, in my opinion, has been a powerhouse and a cornerstone of the content creating part of the DayZ community. And it's nice to, it's nice for, to me, it's nice for content creators to show that they're people like us. You know, they've got their own issues and they've got their own problems, and they need to take life a bit more seriously. And he's focused on what is right for him, and I respect that 100%. But we all get that burnout. Heck, Lord knows I've done it in the modding side, like Jesus Christ. But have you ever felt like you want to do or have done something akin to that? Or do you feel like, well, obviously you said Minder was good for doing that, so I'd just like to get your thoughts on it a little bit more, like on that situation.
Directly about Minder or generally
Like
about burnout?
generally about like burnout, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you play a game, as long as Minder and Minder plays the game basically since it came out, I think,
Hmm.
and I don't blame him for not actively playing it as much, but still forcing himself to stream like he did in the past. It is a no-go, basically. It's does no good at all. If I sit down here and I am already demotivated to play, if I'm demotivated to play DayZ, I don't play DayZ. I
Yeah.
play other games that I'm motivated to do. So yes, you might be demotivated from DayZ, but after 2 weeks, you might see a video and you'd be like, yeah, I want to jump on again now and play a little bit. And even then, if you get bored, you can always log off and try another day.
Well, that's it. That's it, exactly. And like I said, I mean, I've personally been through burnout, and Cobra and Lemons, I can almost guarantee you guys have it one point or another. Have faced that kind of burnout.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
I mean, for me, trying to keep up with the algorithm on YouTube, because there's two different stories there.
Yeah.
Twitch to YouTube, which we could maybe get into at some point,
Mhm.
which is the right way to go in my view. But the other thing is, when you're working with the algorithm and the constant need to build your audience, does require at least a video a week. Or if you're going to go for quality over quantity, at least one or two a month. And if you're not hitting that quota, no matter how many hours you're putting in, you just haven't got the right content for a week or a month or whatever it may be, then the pressure's on. The pressure's on. I mean, I remember losing over 350,000 impression rates in a space of a month, I think it was.
Yes.
And you can't, you know, the only way I able to get back on top of that was to do shorts every day for 2 months solid, as well as releases once a week for the next 2 months. That's the only way, and that's a lot of pressure to get back on top. And then Geek, I'm sure you've had the same.
Well, YouTube is massively unforgiving when you don't upload. That's why even when I took my 5 months breaks, I make sure that I get at least a video out a month, so YouTube doesn't throw me out of the algorithm. Because when you take a complete break from YouTube, and in my time of creating content, other content creators that were in the past as big as me, you follow them, you look what they do, you see, and then you see them take a long break, and then after that come back, you see them doing very, very bad in terms of views. So I've always tried really hard to upload and focus that I can at least get a video out. And I've never been in that situation where YouTube doesn't push my videos out because I haven't uploaded. I've been actively uploading since 2019, and I'm afraid that YouTube won't push my videos, so I continue to actively upload.
It's scary though. It really is.
It
scary,
is.
especially
It breaks everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you only have to look at. I mean, look at the recent, a high profile one that we would have all seen. Look at JLK. His tweet before Christmas. His videos a month before that. His video before that was hitting a good at least 500k, right?
Yeah.
He starts the series. I think it was the third video in the series, 200k, and then that then results in him putting out a tweet saying, I'm going to have a break. I'm just not being pushed. That video is not being pushed to blah blah blah. It's one of the worst performing. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I won't get into all of it. But
yeah,
the thing is, YouTube is about consistency, and it's so difficult to continually be consistent.
yeah. I think it's extremely rare for a channel to have inconsistent uploads and still get a large amount of views.
Yes.
One channel I can think of is Soviet Womble. I don't know if you guys know of
I
him.
know Soviet Womble, yes.
Mhm.
Very funny channel. I've
love
loved
his
him in the
videos.
past.
I love his videos. But he's primarily a Twitch streamer. He always streams on Twitch, mostly every single day.
Mhm.
And then he'll make a video, like once in a blue moon. And it's amazing. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
It does a million views, I know.
And yeah, like within
And
not
he
even
hasn't
a couple of days.
Exactly. He doesn't upload for a year, drops a video after a year, and it goes over the top.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
But in this community, you do need that consistency, because not only is the YouTube algorithm like breathing down your neck, I would like to say that these days there's a lot more competition. There's a lot more content creators out there who's creating their own kind of stylized content and make their own videos, and not trying to think like on the negative side or like the really like negative competitiveness of it. If you want to make good content, you want to make good videos, and you want to be a bit more known, you need to have that consistency. I can't say shit. I don't upload on my main channel. I mean, I'm here. This is my platform now. But you do still need to have that consistency. And there is so much competition. So I'd imagine that can also like affect that burnout. Like, you spend this time making these videos and some of them might not get the views. But you see somebody else who's making similar content to you and they get more views. I would imagine that could affect people.
It does 100%.
Mhm.
If you somebody like me who started a long time ago, and somebody, for example, started his YouTube channel 6 months ago, and with his first 3 videos, he passes you on to subs. It does leave a mark on you. I always try to not focus on it, like whatever other people do, but it does still leave a mark on you. I've been trying this for so long. Somebody just recently started. I don't know how he did it, and they pass you. It does not go unnoticed.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's a really, really in-depth debate and conversation. This that you could talk for hours on this, but there's a couple of quick points I'll make here. That obviously analytics, to me, I look at them every single day. So what I've noticed, and Geek, you probably please share your views on it. I've noticed personally over the last few months, there's obviously been a lot of changes in YouTube's policies and what they're kind of pushing at the moment. But it has seemed to me that just because you've built up a large sub audience now, you're not guaranteed all of those type of views anymore. What you're starting to see now is a lot of the new YouTubers that are coming out, they're getting more hits than what you would expect, because I think there's been some kind of slightly evening out situation going on there. And it's like with the subs counts. Remember, if you spend the first 2 years, 3 years maybe, whatever it takes you to get, let's just say 100,000 subs, right? Once you've got your subs, you can count on maybe 1/3 of that channel always watching your videos. The thing is, with all of that, is that if you've got that big, large sub count anyway, you're always going to get at least a decent amount of views.
Yeah.
It's the consistency comes in
Yes.
with you've got to work your ass off to begin with to get those subs. So there's a counterproductive argument there, but if you work hard to begin with and you gain your subs counts to a good level you're happy with, then you can ease off a little bit and focus more on quality. But before you get to that, you've got to focus on consistency. So, I mean, like I said, me and lads having this conversation last night, it does appear, and I think it's a good thing, to be honest with you. I think it does appear there's a more even spread now with what's being pushed
Mhm.
And I do think it's a good thing, in all honesty. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing with all of us. We all do different things. Um, we all do different kinds of content. Like I'm on the modding side, you know, Cobra, Geek, you're both on the content creator side, and Lemons is doing whatever the hell he likes.
Fucking right.
But even Lemons, you know, you've had that burnout yourself before, and it's kind of like, you know, a lot of things attribute to that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it can be really bad sometimes, you know, no matter like what the medium is that the person's doing. There's always kind of that breaking point where you're trying to keep doing more and trying to kind of keep trying to be that kind of,
Mhm.
you know, or I guess kind of keep on the forefront, I guess, you know, and keep being like revolutionary or make more or do more and trying to be the best and keep trying trying to keep that image. And it can really just have like a negative toll. And
Mm.
I can say wholeheartedly that I was totally in that mindset and I wanted to keep trying to do more and keep being like that at that top, you know, and like trying to always like, you know, put out 110%.
Yeah.
And as awesome as it is, it's not something consistent, you know, and eventually like what happened to me, it really took a hit and I had to take like a few months off, you know,
Mhm.
and stuff like that's hard, but even then sometimes taking a break regardless is always nice because then you can come back and like hit the ground running.
mm. And
So
That's it.
I think it's really important to distinguish. I'm reading some of the comments in the chat right now. I think it's really important to distinguish here, so I'm going to be very clear about what my view is on this. We are all privileged in being able to create what we create and to have a viewership. But the world is changing. The world has changed the last few years, and it's going to carry on changing with AI and everything else. I mean, I've worked hard all my life without this. This is a hobby for me
Yeah.
right now. But the future is going to be, you know, massively about AI and computer work. You know, so what we may deem a privilege right now, that's the next norm. That's the future. That's what's coming. So, you know, there'll be AI and there'll be robots doing, you know, loads of manual jobs coming up. So I know there's this balance. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're privileged to be able to create content and get viewerships," and I think, yeah, in a way, that's correct. But the hours you put in, it's the same hours, potentially more, than what you're putting in for a normal job, and that may be controversial a little bit. People may not like that, but you know, you get in what you put. You know, you get out what you put in. It's an interesting topic to discuss because my
Yeah.
views have changed massively changed over the last year. I've got to say that.
there you
What's
go,
your
lad. Just wait for a bot to hit a clip on you, lad. When you're trying to do a stream on animals.
Getting wrecked by AI, man.
Yep.
Then seeing yourself on YouTube.
I genuinely think I killed my like streaming motivation career, my own channel, when I done that 24-hour stream, like a couple of years back now. I don't think I've ever done a proper stream apart from this since. God, I need to get back
Could
in
never
it.
do a 24-hour, man. I think my maximum stream time was 9 hours and I was done. 9 hours
was
of DayZ
ill.
was enough.
I was ill. So like, and I think it's the greedy peasant who occasionally does like his own like personal record breaking streams.
Oh, he does like 35-hour streams. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
goes like
fucking
off.
insane.
Like
Nah, man. Couldn't.
But-
Impossible.
crazy.
But
the longest I've done was I think it was 15 or 16 hours, and even then I was like rightfully fucked.
Yeah.
Like
Christ, mate. 5
Go-
hours is enough for me.
yeah. But going back to like the situation with Minder, you know, he's focusing more on YouTube and less on Twitch. And I think with the current situation, like landscape, I think that's the best option for him. And I'm still wishing him the best. I mean, like, he's been doing this for a very, very long time, so I doubt, like, my, like, you go get him spirit is gonna be, like, affecting him. But I do wish him the absolute best, and I do hope 2023 is good for him. And he continues to make some good content he's proud of. and I think that goes for everybody here, especially in the, you know, again in the current landscape of for 2023. You start, you got to get that grind, but you got to look after yourself at the same time. I think.
Absolutely. I think he's making the right move, mate. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I think he is. I think
It's the right, but it's a hard move because at the same time, it's his income.
Yes.
DayZ is not my main income. I can always say when I don't want to play, I don't want to play.
Absolutely.
Same. But he's got a lot harder choice to do because when he doesn't stream, he also doesn't make any money.
Yes.
So it's tough. It's tough for him.
I completely agree with you, mate. And that's where I think, you know, for us Geek, it's okay. It's a hobby, isn't it? Really?
Yes.
So
it's okay.
Yeah, we get some money, but ultimately, I'm not paying bills with it. So for me, it's still
neither.
You know what I mean? It's still a little bit of a privilege, but you know, I enjoy it. You know, so but for him, yeah, I completely agree.
It does get to the point where, and I read this quite some years ago. I'm pretty sure it still like pertains to today. Back when you were kids, when people would ask you what do you want to be when you grow up, I want to be a fireman, astronaut, whatever. These days, it's I want to be a YouTube content creator, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like that's scary to think about.
Well, when I was young, you just wouldn't. It wasn't an option, was it?
Did you even have the internet in the Roman ages?
Oh, here we go. So I'm only actually between me and you, there is like 15 odd years in there. But no, but like I say, at 40 years old, 20 years ago, you weren't. There was no chance you were being a full-time YouTuber, or even Twitch or any of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it was a pipe dream back then. But it is weird. It is weird these days. But more people are going to come in at the scene. They're going to experience that burnout, and all I can say is like I hope for the best that they continue to make what they want to make. But you got to have that balance. It's all about the balance. If you teeter one way or the other, depending on kind of like what you want to do with it, you're just going to mess yourself up, and that's not going to be good. And again, you know, we do this as a hobby. Some people don't. And
yeah.
It's scary to think about. Like, I could not see myself in that position. I couldn't. Like, I love doing these streams, and I love being online and talking to people. But could I see myself as like a 24/7 like content creator making videos and doing streams all the time? God no. I couldn't do it. And I have massive respect for people that do.
A great example though is think of like Don Sibley Games. You know, he had such a big foothold in like both the console and PC community. He used to be a co-host on the podcast. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Just after all the time and all the work he put into it, he just got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing that kind of put him over. And like now more than like before, he's been kind of tiptoeing back into the DayZ community. But I don't think he's ever going to go back in the full way he was before. And I don't blame him because he was one of the only people at one time making like proper tutorials or content for like console, you know, and like for like XMLs and all that kind of stuff and setting up servers. So it's just, I don't know.
Scary to think about.
Crazy to think there are people out there that do that kind of stuff, and
you're mad.
The kind of effects it might have on them.
You're mad, people. But I still got to respect. I got to respect the grind. I really, really do. And speaking about respecting the grind, a couple of mods that are kind of like starting to show the face a little bit. And one of them, and I'd love to show, but again, the issues that we had in the stream before. And I'd be very interested to hear your opinions on this. Spring Namalsk.
That doesn't feel the same to me, mate.
It's a very weird. It's a weird concept.
It doesn't even look. It's the same, but it doesn't look the same. I feel like I'm lost when I look at it.
It feels a bit weird, doesn't it?
I take it it's still snowy. I've not even seen it.
Only
No,
on
it's
the
not
mountains.
at all.
There's no
Oh,
snow at
there
all.
is there.
Only on the mountains.
I thought it was
Mm.
yeah, because everything else is just green. And me personally, I'm a fan of it. It reminds me a lot of kind of like Livonia in a way. Not within the actual geography, but just the way the kind of the vibe of it is, you know, or like the feeling. I don't know why. You know, tell me if I'm just talking out of my ass, but I kind of get like a little bit of that feeling from it, or like that kind of. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it. But what do you think?
Well, I was pretty psyched about it, to be honest. I always like changes to projects and maps like that because it kind of gives it a new breath of fresh air and a new perspective. Is it real? Is it authentic to the Nelson lore? I think in this case, he really gives a shit. But I think when it's released, it's going to be a nice and interesting concept. I know exactly how it's being done. And Springland.
That's enough.
But I think once the last hurdles are dealt with and it's released, I think people are really, really going to like it. I think even Sumrak was I think he was quite happy to see something like that. He's always really excited to see his stuff like people do with Namalsk. So turning it into a spring version is going to be really cool. The icebergs are still there though, which is, I mean, you can't really do much about that, to be fair. Can't get rid of them.
Put some grass on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just went with some grass and saw just, yeah, why not? Just plunk them on there. It's perfectly fine. If only. That would be funny. But I don't know when that's coming out. I know a little bit about the development. And it's actually like enlightened something that I'm personally working on. And it's a very, very difficult hurdle. But hopefully you guys will see it. And it's going to be a good mod. I think it's going to be a very nice thing for people to play on. I just hope he actually raises the temperatures. Because having like still the ice cold temperatures in spring, yeah, no, fam. No, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be playing with that. Just wouldn't
It'd be
fit.
weird.
Right? It would
Yeah,
be
it wouldn't
really
fit.
weird. It would be really, really weird.
On the mountains, it would make sense, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Archie, I thought we talked about this. Shut up. Shut up, Archie. Fucking asshole. Love you, babe. Love you. But I mean, if Spring Namalsk comes out, do you think you guys would give it a shot? Despite it
100%.
looking weird.
Oh, we definitely got to have a look at it. Yeah, without doubt.
I love Namalsk. I'm gonna definitely try that one out, I think.
Hell yes. Hell yes. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. I'll be playing it day one. I'll be playing it as soon as it's released. That is if I'm not a fucking
You better
lie.
be doing a 24-hour stream live.
No!
Tell you what.
It's not
That
happening
answer
again.
came in instant.
No, it's not happening again. You should. No, boy. It's not happening again. I am not making any horrible bets to do that, okay? It's not happening.
If you
Okay,
guys
maybe
want
I'll
to see a
do it.
24-hour lad stream, throw
No.
some lad champs in the chat.
No.
Come on, guys. Yeah. Come on.
No. No.
Yeah, let's stitch the lad up because I ain't doing it. Yeah.
I just like the nonchalant, yeah, just, lad, you're doing it. It's like, oh, okay, sure. Guess I am. As long as he's drunk again. What? No, I'm not doing that again. Definitely not. Definitely
What was
not
your
doing that
best
again.
performance?
Apparently, actually,
yeah.
from what I've been
Yeah.
hearing from people, it's like, oh, lad was so funny. It was absolutely great. It was so great. It's like, I am not getting drunk every single stream. So that, fuck off.
It's a win-win situation for the stream and for you.
Alcoholism.
Yeah, we'll see him in
Don't do
rehab.
drugs, kids.
Just
Fucking
do
rehab in a
whiskey.
year, innit? Yeah.
Oh my bloody god. I've sourced every book.
That doesn't surprise me, actually, that. I tell ya.
No.
Good lad. Love it.
Lord. But one final lad couldn't do another 24 hours. There's no way you could make it that long again. Don't, because that's the kind of talk that made me finish it. Don't test me. Do not test me.
No, you wouldn't, man. You wouldn't. You couldn't. I'm looking intensely away right now.
I must resist. I must resist.
24-hour podcast event today.
Yeah, I'm going.
Cobra's like, I'm not
Oh
doing
man.
this. I'm not dealing with this like that. No, not a chance. No. Somebody,
Fucking dead. Yeah.
somebody say 36. No, sort of. I'm not doing that. But one more mod that I would like to showcase and talk a little bit about, and this is actually something I've always wanted to make but never knew how to. Something called the Give or Take mod. And basically, in a nutshell, this mod allows you to basically give people whatever's in your hands without dropping it on the ground. It's a very simple quality of life mod. So even if you you want to give somebody some bandages instead of like, oh, go here, oh, it's there, you can be like, right, literally like, get it, just straight in your hand. And it's a little small mod again, and it's made by Affenbert. Over 3 is the E, and it was uploaded on the 17th of December. It's updated on the 27th, and it's really cool. It's a really, really nice little mod. If you put on a server with that, definitely use it. It's going to be a really, really great one. I just felt like kind of showcasing that, talking a little bit about it, because I'm a modder and I'm a sucker for cool shit like that.
How does it work? Can I just go to my friend and take it out of his hand, or does he have to give it to me?
So you have to press a hotkey to put your hand out, and whatever's in your hand at that time, then your friends can literally just go over, and it'd be like just picking up a normal item on the floor. You just hover your mouse over it, press F, take it in your hands, done.
Okay.
And you don't have to fuck around with putting a whole load of shit on the floor. It's great.
Well,
But,
there you go.
yeah, like I said, I love mods like that. I think it's really, really cool just seeing like quality of life stuff, and just seeing people like think of these things, be like, why is that not a thing, and then just making it anyway. Yeah, cool stuff. Very cool stuff, at least to me. But I am a bit of a boring twat. So I've got whiskey in us apparently. Press O to request or give some. Well, there you go. So, but definitely try a server that's got that, and then report back and let the guy know your thoughts on it, because modders always like the feedback, especially if it's positive. Trust me, I would know.
Yeah, negative feedback isn't always nice.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that cauterizing wounds with a hot knife mod? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Completely forgot about that, actually, Archie. Huh. I'll have to look into that, and maybe we'll talk about it in the next show. But we'll see. We'll see. But with that, I think it's the end of tonight's show. But before we do finish, and Geek, hopefully you're aware of this, we do our occasional, well, every episode we do spotlights. Talk about our spotlights of the week. We'll go one by one. And I'd love to know about what your spotlight is this week. What you'd like to kind of raise awareness of.
Wait, can you explain more? Like spotlight of what happened in my week, or?
Maybe it could be something that's happened in your week, something that you've seen in the DayZ community on like the Twitter, Reddit, or something like that you thought was really cool, that you'd like to just like raise awareness of and talk about. Like, for example, like a running joke is our spotlight is the community, because they're awesome and stuff like that. But it could be another YouTuber, it could be another content creator, a mod, just anything.
That's good. So I have nothing in my head right now to spotlight. Please don't hate me for it.
Mate, it happens to me all the time. You're perfectly fine.
Sorry.
It's
The community has to be spotlighted. The DayZ community is such an outstanding community. It's great. They're amazing. Spotlight on them.
There you go. Well done, mate. Sorted.
there you go. Well, he's already took mine.
Ah, yikes.
Darn! Oh, well. Lemons, what's your spotlight this week?
Ooh, actually, you know what? Someone I want to shout out. Their name it's Selby77. They've
Okay.
been a long-time console streamer, and for the longest time, one of their biggest goals, they've always wanted to become like a PC DayZ streamer. And just recently, he finally had the chance to get the funds to do it.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, like he suffers from diabetes, so funding for that kind of stuff, it's
Yeah.
usually, getting put towards that kind of stuff. But he's always just had such an amazing personality, and no matter like what the conditions have been, he's always tried so hard to just, be a good person to other people, and kind of pay it forward. And now that he's gotten a PC, he started streaming DayZ, which is amazing. He's finally reached that goal, and I'd love to just, extend my heart out to him because he's always like since I first started, it was always giving me support, and like he was one of the very first people that ever stream like playing on Zagoria, and he's
Mhm.
always just been there, giving critical feedback and just being an all-around good guy. So
No, that's fantastic. No, that's really, really awesome. Is there any links that you could post so people can check them out?
yep, I'm throwing those in right now.
Hell yes. Very, very nice. Now, Cobra.
Haha. I'm not going to chuck it back at you, lad. This time.
Ooh, yay!
But I've got two this week. One's in the chat right now, so I'll mention him. A guy, Play Guy.
Yes.
So Play Guy is obviously well known for his expertise in taking care of digital creation type stuff. So I'm really looking forward to the work he's going to be doing for me on the new intro. So I'm really looking forward to his creativity there to see what we can come up with. That's the first one. So
Nice.
looking forward to it, Play Guy. Second one for me is Matty Ice, the dev for Bitterroot map.
Yes, absolutely.
So very, very kind, allowing me to come on and have a look at what that is. So they're my two. And you're welcome, Play Guy. Thanks, mate. Over to you.
The community. No, it's not.
The community.
Yeah, I knew that was
Hey, that's
coming, mate.
mine.
Oh, shit, darn. Ah, God. So, a couple of mine, actually. I've got two this time.
Oh, shit.
So the first one is actually Rav Plays. Now he's quite a well-known person in the community, but he posted a video called 4 days ago. He posted a video called 203 plus DayZ must know tips and tricks for 2023. And I watched it. Sometimes I'll watch a couple of DayZ content creators. If I've got a little bit of spare time, I'll just sit down and watch it. And there's actually a couple of things in there that I didn't know about. And I was actually quite surprised with, and I was like, oh, fucking, this is actually really cool. So I want to put a little bit of a spotlight in that video. It's always good to share some tips and tricks, and heck, even people who've as many years as me, and I mod the game, so I know quite a bit about the background. It's always nice to learn new things, especially in the practical. Secondly, is a modder called The Admiral. I've spoken to him quite a few times. And he made a showcase in the Modders Discord, simply just called Parachute Test. I'm going to post the video in chat, and he managed to make parachutes function in DayZ. The animation's a little bit jittery, buggy, but we don't have custom animations in DayZ what we'd like it to be. But it's really awesome to see that somebody's actually managed to figure it out. Because I remember quite some time ago we had expansion on, and they didn't have the time to get it right and get it working. So it's nice to see other people in the community has banded together and has made that work. So check the video out. Hopefully we'll see some mods with actual parachutes, because, boy, if I'm in a helicopter and I'm with the boys, I'm definitely raiding by parachute. Saw the
Dropping in a
explosives.
hunt, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Absolutely. But
Also, in that video, yeah, I get cut off. In the parachute test, is that the reworked Northwest Airfield from that one Chinoris mod, the Chinoris expansion or something like that?
no, I think this is Derail.
Oh, it's Derail. Okay, because I think it was an Arma 3 Chinoris expansion that got ported to DayZ, but I swear there's something that looked just like that.
No, it's definitely Derail. You can. It's going to sound a bit weird, but you can kind of tell from the satellite map and the layout of that airfield.
Oh, look at you, all geoguesser. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna smash the spacebar when I think I know where I'm at. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
yeah.
But with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming into the stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. A great start to the year, apart from the fact that we have reached one crash. Let's see how many more we can get this year. Cannot believe that. I was so annoyed. But Geek, you've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Teach us a little bit about yourself, and it's been absolutely lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. It was very fun to be here.
Hell yes, and you are welcome back anytime. Absolutely any time. But,
Shoot me a DM. I'll be here instantly.
Literally, you could just pop in and be like, "Hi," and I'll be like,
"Hey, what's up, guys?"
Pretty much. But again, thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Cobra, Lemons, thank you so much for coming on the show as well. Especially you, Lemons. It's nice to see you back.
I know, it's crazy.
I know.
Go figure. All right. See you guys next year.
But thank you everybody in chat. Much love to you, and we will see you guys next week. But before we do shoot off, I want to tell you guys about the next week's guest, because we've actually got one. And Cobra, I believe this will be all for you. If you want to announce the next guy.
Oh, mate, you carry on. You have just started it. That's all good.
Fine. Okay. So the next guy that we do have coming on the show for next week is Slytherin. I think that's how you pronounce their name. I'm terrible.
Slytherin. Yeah.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
There we go. Apologies, Slytherin. They'll be coming on the show next week. Tune in for that. We're probably. Do you think we should stick with the 8 o'clock start?
I think
we should.
so.
I think we should stick with the 8 o'clock start. Lemons, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the best.
Much better.
100%.
8 o'clock on from 2023. Very nice.
Woohoo.
Again, take care, everyone. Geek, much love to you, my guy. And
Love to all of you.
see you guys next time. And hopefully, when I transition, it doesn't break Discord or anything else.
Laters, guys.
See you later.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista.
I heard that you walked out again. I heard that you cried. Come this way, let me be a friend. My home's open wide. We